$1,640 per Social Security credit and $6,560 for the entire year of 2023. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to discuss with you an important aspect of Social Security, as the dollar amounts we will be discussing here in this video are effective right now in 2023, and these dollar amounts do continue to change each and every year. So let's get into it and discuss why this is so important and how it directly relates to your Social Security benefit. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I am here for you each and every day right by your side, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos, as it is a very busy, confusing, and uncertain time right now. Things are changing rapidly. We're getting new bills, packages, and proposals out of Congress on a regular basis. And again, we know that there is a lot of talk out there right now about changing Social Security in a huge way. Either way, I'm here to help you out as much as I can. Again, we've got to stick together through this time, so please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so, and I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise, and of course, I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks so much. Let's get into it and talk about these very important dollar amounts, how they relate to your Social Security benefit, and again, what is this? What does it actually mean? And why do the dollar amounts continue to change each and every year? And also answering the question, which I've seen down below in the comment section on previous videos, are we going to be getting this dollar amount in our benefit? Again, let's talk through it. Again, a lot of confusing stuff about Social Security. Now, here's the thing. Have you ever gone onto the Social Security website to look for the answer to one of your questions, and then ultimately you leave the website with about 20 more questions that you arrived with? Yep, we've all probably been there, right? It's a very complicated topic. Social Security, there's a lot of moving parts, and depending on the type of benefit that you're receiving, all of the answers are essentially different, right? If you're receiving Social Security retirement or Social Security disability, survivor's benefits, or SSI, any of these benefits administered by the Social Security Administration, we all completely recognize they all have their own set of rules, even though they're all administered by Social Security. So again, we've got to watch all the details here closely. All right, so let's quickly talk through this. Here's what it comes down to. In 2023, right now obviously we are several months into the year as of now, but again, this is effective through the entire year of 2023. So again, until we get the next announcement in October, mid-October of this year, for next year, 2024, these numbers still stand, and they will continue to stand through the end of the year until we roll over the calendar to 2024, right? So anyway, what does this all mean? All right, so these are the Social Security credits. What does that mean? Does it mean that we're going to get this money, or what does it actually mean? All right, here's what it actually comes down to. So here's what you need. You need 40 credits from Social Security in order to claim your benefit. So think of it this way. It's like playing a video game. Have you ever played a video game where you play whatever, you collect coins, you collect credits, and then ultimately you get to redeem the credits at some point. Once you hit a certain threshold for maybe a new tool, a new I don't know, outfit, something like that. I mean, seriously, with all the different games that are out there, I mean, you know what I'm kind of talking about, right? So the analogy that I'm trying to use here is that it's essentially the same thing. You got to collect at least 40 credits in order to claim your Social Security benefit, just like this game analogy that I'm using here, right? So here's what it comes down to. In order to claim a credit, you got to have so much so-called play, right? It's kind of like the video game analogy, right? You got to play so much in order to get each individual credit. In this year, in 2023, it comes down to $1,640 of earnings, okay? Let me describe that a little bit more clearly, because this can be a confusing topic as well. So here's what they determine. There's obviously 4 quarters in the entire year, right? 4 quarters a year, you need 40 credits. So technically, you would need to work 40 quarters in order to get your 40 credits, provided you max that out and get your maximum of 4 credits per year. Now, one quick side note. You can earn 1 credit a year, you can earn 0 credits a year, you can earn 2 a year, 3 a year, 4 a year, but no more than 4 a year. 4 is the maximum amount of credits you can get from Social Security each and every year. And again, you got to have at least 40 in order to claim your Social Security retirement benefit. All right, so here's what it comes down to. This year, 2023, you need to have $1,640 of earnings per credit, okay? And like I said, you can earn 1, you can earn 2, 3, 4, something like that. And to earn your total maximum amount of credits, you would need to have $1,640 of earnings per quarter. Remember, per quarter, so that's 1 credit per quarter, and then up to that 4 credits for the entire year, or a maximum of earnings of $6,560 through the course of the entire year, 2023, in order to claim your 4 credits this year. Does that kind of make sense? So it's $1,640 per quarter times 4, so 1,640 times 4 is $6,560 in order to claim your 4 credits this year in 2023. All right, so now let's discuss earnings a little bit more here. Now, this is one of those confusing things. This is all based on gross income, okay? So this can be a little bit of a confusing topic, but let me break that down. So have you ever looked at your pay stub, right? So maybe you work, 20 hours a week, 10 hours a week, 40 hours a week. It doesn't matter, literally does not matter at all, the number of hours. But let's just say that you work and you get a pay stub, right? So you open up your check, you're super excited, time to get paid, right? It's payday, and here you are, you open up your check and you see on the top or the bottom, wherever it happens to be, is a pay stub, and the other half is a paycheck. Awesome, cool, let's look through the pay stub, right? Well, you see on the pay stub, there's all kinds of lines, right? You see gross pay, probably at the top, and then you see a bunch of lines that make no sense. Federal taxes, state taxes, FICA, right, or Medicare, and Social Security taxes. And down at the very bottom, it says net pay, or it says something like that, right? And that's a much smaller number. So the gross number at the top is your total earnings without any deductions, prior to any deductions. And then we have all the taxes and everything else taken out of your paycheck. And then down at the very bottom is the net pay. That's the amount that you get to take home. That's your take home or your net pay, right? So here's what they base this number off of. The $1,640 is based on gross income, not net, okay? All the time that we talk about any of these income thresholds, credits, whatever you need to earn, things like this, it's always based on gross income, not net income, okay? Now, here's why. Gross income is an exact measure of income, right? That's the exact measure prior to any deductions. Now, some states have taxes. The states that do have taxes, there's actually a handful of states out there that do not have state income taxes. But as we look at gross income, it's going to be, relevant across the entire country. Gross is gross. However, when we look at all the deductions and things like that, federal taxes are going to be adjustable based on, somebody's earnings and stuff like that. But then, of course, across the entire country, states have different levels of state taxes. Some states might have 3 or 4%. Some states might have 6, 7, 8%. Some states might have 10, 11, 12, 13% taxes in some states. So therefore, this is why we look at gross. It's just a big number at the very top, and it represents the total income that a person would have if there were no deductions at all. But then again, there's no really such thing as no deductions, right? There's always going to be something coming in. Taxes, federal taxes, state taxes, Medicare, Social Security, all of these things like that. So that is what it comes down to, gross income, okay? Now again, I know that I spent a minute or two on that, but again, that can be a little bit confusing. And I know back in the day, when I started working way back years and years ago, I would always wonder, what happened? I thought I worked a bunch. Where'd all the money go? You know what I mean? And then you look and you're like, wait, what are all these line items that I never knew about before? Why didn't someone tell me, right? Well, that's what we got to pay attention to. Gross is a very different number than net. So a lot of times we need to understand that, because there's a huge difference between gross and net income, okay? As in the total earnings versus what you get to take home, okay? That is what these numbers are always based on, is gross income. All right, so anyway, long story short, right now, 2023, per Social Security credit, you need to have $1,640 of income per quarter, gross income per quarter, in order to achieve all 4 of your credits, or $6,560 for the entire year of income, in order to claim your 4 credits this year in 2023 for Social Security benefits, okay? And then again, provided you do this for 10 years straight, getting your 4 credits a year for 10 years straight, you would have your 40 credits. Then when it becomes time that you become age, as in at least 62, then you can go in and you can start claiming your Social Security retirement benefits. Now again, let's discuss this really quickly. What about disability, SSDI benefits? What if I'm working and I become disabled? Good question. The credit limits there are actually different, okay? So the thresholds in order to claim Social Security disability SSDI benefits are significantly lower, okay? I will make a dedicated video talking about that. That is a whole nother topic in and of itself, and I want to make a dedicated video about that, because if I throw it in here, honestly, it's just going to get confusing, okay? So again, I want to make that its own dedicated video. But yes, if you are somebody who is working and if the unfortunate situation happens where maybe you become disabled during your working time and you're no longer able to perform tasks at the capacity that you once did or work at the levels that you once did, and you need to start claiming SSDI benefits, then yep, you can in most instances do that. But again, you got to fall within the thresholds of those credits as well, okay? I'll bring that back in a separate video. But this is what it comes down to this year in 2023. Now remember, this is changing each and every year. Last year in 2022, this number was a lot lower, okay? So the income thresholds, the goalposts essentially continue to move back each and every year for how much you need to earn on a gross basis, not like, ooh, gross. But no, I mean like gross basis, as in, total earnings, in order to claim each individual Social Security credit, and the maximum of that for the entire year, to make sure that you are getting the necessary credits to claim your benefits when you come, due to start claiming those benefits. Anyway, I hope that kind of makes sense. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so. Also, leave your comments, your questions, and your feedback down below as well. I do my best to read as many as possible and to come back and make dedicated videos where I see fit if I see the same questions coming up time and time again. Now, again, I know this can be a confusing topic. I know I've talked about this before in other videos, but here's the thing. I've seen people reaching out down below in the comment section asking for the elaboration on this topic. I know it can be weird. Like, wait, I got to earn so much gross. It's not net. It's got to be 4 credits a year, up to 4 credits, no more than. I can earn 1, I can earn 0, I can earn 3, 2, 1, whatever it happens to be, up to 4. Total earnings, like what does all this mean? Credits now? What do you mean by credits? You know what I mean? A lot of moving parts here, and it can be very confusing. Either way, hope this one helps to better understand the situation. Again, if you need me to come back and make another dedicated video, I can certainly do that. Otherwise, make sure to stay tuned. There's a lot of information here every single day about low income, fixed income, Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, seniors, older adults, people with disabilities, anything popping up right now. Of course, I'm bringing it to you right away in these videos. So again, enjoy your day. Hope this one helps you. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you again later.